Boker Tov, we're in Sefer Yonah, the last three Pesukim. The Shiur is Leilu Nishmat Devorah Bat Chanalea Sheniftera K'Hayom Hazeh. Ruach Hashem Tenechana Began Eden. So we're at Pasuk Tet in Perek Daled, and here Hashem gave this type of plant, this kikayon, to Yonah to block him from the sun. And then the next day, he brought the worm to kind of eat it, and now Yonah was very upset, and he said, "I'd rather die than live at this point because of the difficulty with the sun, etc." Vayomer Elokim el Yonah. Hashem tells Yonah, "Haetev chara lecha lakikayon." Are you truly grieved on the loss of this plant? Vayomer, Yonah says, "Hetev chara li ad mavet." Yes, I am surely grieved until the point of death. I'd rather die because I lost this plant. And now Hashem tells him the lesson that he wants to show about this whole plant, and now getting this worm to get rid of the plant. Vayomer Hashem, Ata chasta lakikayon. Hashem tells him, you had pity on this plant, on this kikayon, on this tree. Asher lo amalta bo velo gidalto. You didn't put any effort into it. You didn't raise it. You didn't plant it. Shebin laila haya ubin laila avad. Overnight it came, and overnight it was gone. It was only with you for one day. And you are so upset about it. As we know, something that you put effort into, and that gets lost or ruined, it hurts more than that you received as a gift and you lost the gift. You didn't work for it. So Hashem tells Yonah, you are so upset about something you didn't work for, something you didn't put any effort in. Says Hashem back, last pasuk in Yonah, Va'ani lo achus al Ninveh ha'ira gedolah, and I shouldn't have pity on the great city of Ninveh, asher yesh ba harbe mishtem esre ribo adam, that has more than 12 ribo. Ribo is 10,000. There's 10,000, 120,000 people. Asher lo yada ben yemino lismolo, that they don't know the difference between the right side and the left side. Ubehema rabba, and many animals. We're going to explain what that means in a minute. Hashem's telling Yonah, you didn't put any effort. You didn't plant this thing. You only had it for one day. And you're so upset about it. I have the city of Nineveh, has 120,000 people in it. And he explains people that don't know the difference between the right and the left. Basically, people that are, miskinim, they don't know what's wrong and right. They don't know the difference. And I should destroy them. These are people. These are Bnei Adam. So the explanation here, Ben Yemino, Ben Lismolo, Rashi explains. Number one, it's talking about there were wicked people there at the time. Now they did teshuvah. But even aside from the wicked people, the way the Rashi learns, he says there are children there. I mean, if you're going to destroy Nineveh, because that's what Yonah said, and Hashem told Yonah, that's going to be me'apechet. It's going to turn over like Sodom. So kids are going to die, children, animals are going to die. He says there's children here. They don't know the difference between left and right. And he says there's people as well, adults, that are like animals, so to speak, that they don't know the difference. It's not like they're knowledgeably sinning and they were born like that, they were grown up like that, they don't know the difference. And anyways, there's a lot of animals. So, yes, there's Rishaim, now they did Teshuvah. But even without that, there's so many people here, I should have pity for them. So that's what Hashem's saying, that there's all these people here, of course I should have pity. You had pity, you were upset about your little plant that you lost. I surely should be pity and give rachmanut to the city of Nineveh. That's how Sefer Yonah ends. The Midrash says, now Yonah doesn't answer back Hashem. The story ends here. That's it. So the Midrash says Yonah answered Hashem back with something. What did Yonah say? Yonah, after hearing this from Hashem, says the Midrash, he fell on his face and he said, Hashem, you're right. And Hashem, I'm wrong. And that, yes, conduct your world with a midah of rachamim. And he says, La Hashem Elokeinu harachamim ve'eselichot. It's actually a pasuk in Sefer Daniel, Perek Tet, pasuk Tet, La Hashem Elokeinu harachamim ve'eselichot. It's a pasuk. He says, Hashem, with you is compassion and is forgiveness. The Gaon Mevilna over here says that this also connects to a person in life. He gets upset over futile things. This plant, this tree, is something like that, little, and you're not upset about it. So to us, sometimes we get upset about things that are small or futile. Why don't we get upset about, what course I'm taking in my life, what course my children are taking in their life? Those things should really, make us upset or make us worry, make us put effort into, etc., and not the little things. This is a message for that. Now, also Hashem tells Yonah in this indirect way that if I'm going to have pity on Nineveh, you, Yonah, will worry the whole time about Bnei Yisrael. If Nineveh does teshuvah quickly, I'm going to be upset at Bnei Yisrael. But I'm showing compassion to Nineveh. Certainly I'm going to show compassion to Bnei Yisrael. Yonah, don't think that limited. Certainly I'm going to give compassion to Bnei Yisrael. Now, the Gaon of Vilna explains, what's this number? The number of 120,000. Nothing's for no reason. Why is this number here? There's 120,000 here. So the Gaon of Vilna explains as follows, a mathematical calculation. He says, we say in Shir HaShirim, Ha'elef lecha Shlomo, u'matayim lenoterim et piryo. There's 1,000 to you, Shlomo. 200 are guarding the fruits. So 200 is 1/5 of 1,000. Guarding the fruits, says the Gaon of Vilna is explaining, is like the Talmidei Hachamim that guard the Torah. And he says the proper percentage. So yes, every Jew could be a Talmidei Chacham, and we could get to 100% Talmidei Hachamim Bnei Yisrael. The proper percentage, though, in general, was 1/5 Talmidei Hachamim. It was 20% Talmidei Hachamim, and therefore he says Bnei Yisrael is always the number 600,000. 1/5 of that is 120,000. So he says that Hashem says, I'm protecting. There's 120,000. There's Talmidei Hachamim. We have to keep Bnei Yisrael alive. They're the 120,000. They're teaching people between the difference between left and right and Behema Rabbah. And he explains a beautiful explanation. He says, Talmidei Hachamim, they get to a point that they control their Yetzer Hara so much that in a way they don't have a Yetzer Hara anymore. If they get to that level, Baruch Hashem, with tzaddikim, of Kaduri, of Basali, they control. They were tzaddikim for years, and they controlled themselves. He doesn't have Yetzer Hara. He doesn't. Of course, each one had their battles at their level, but it got to a point that he controlled it, and therefore he served Hashem bechol levavecha. The word levavecha is two lives, two hearts. A person could get to a level. He serves Hashem with the Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara. Both of them, he turned it over into Yetzer Tov. So too, he says that tzaddikim can get to a level, they don't know the difference in the left and the right, they don't know the difference of bad and wrong anymore. There's no more bad, because they've turned everything into good. They don't know the difference in good and bad. Everything became good. So they don't know the difference between semolo, yemino, and smolo. Ubehema rabbah, a person can get to a point that even the animals surrounding him, the people surrounding him, as the Pasuk could praise Hashem. As the Pasuk says, Adam ubehema toshia Hashem. Adam and animal praise Hashem and look for Hashem's salvation. Bezrat Hashem, we get to this level of teshuvah. This whole story is a story of teshuvah, and that Hashem has rachmanut on the entire world and on Bnei Yisrael. And Bezrat Hashem, we should see a culmination of that rachmanut with the coming of Mashiach. Amen. רבי חנניה בן הקשה אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל לפיכך חיבר למדור נוסח שנאמר, אדוני חפץ, למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה וידיר